Good evening. On this episode of Divorce for Grandchildren, this is Authorized United States Magistrate Stanley Matthew Seekford. I'd like to point out some factors first of all. The fact is, I was authorized as a United States Magistrate when Dana Jernell contacted my inspector, Brian, and tried to get me fraud and waste of use of office. And he called me about it. And after he looked at the paperwork in question, he authorized me. Now, the U.S. Court in Martinsburg decided not to accept it. Well, he just authorized you as a judge over one case. We don't have to accept it. Getting the court to receive that warrant, good luck. Well, I did. The Court of Courts in the District of Columbia. Now, why was this all done? And see, it started in '93 when John Brantley Wright decided he would fabricate my record one charge at a time over a period of time, and in 2008 he had me incarcerated on a charge I was the victim of. And during this time he had Christopher Wilkes put the taxes of my property into his dad's name, John Evan Wright's name, who was a county commissioner, mind you, at the time he did this in Berkeley County. Now, with that being said, he took and turned around and had my property sold for back taxes to a Mark King. Now, in '98, my case was won again. I won $9.5 million. That's actually a good one. Well, Jerome Powell, the director of the FBI in New York, decided to snatch that $9.5 million up, saying they couldn't locate me when they knew exactly where I was. I was actually in Baltimore, living at 318 South Calhoun. Well, thing of the matter is, now the FBI is offering 350 new jobs, and they're planning on using my $9.5 million to pay these 350 new employees. Talk about corruption. And you want more corruption? The FBI even brought in Internal Affairs, who tried to take and apply fraud where I gave my fiance power of attorney over my medical. And she testified that Kathy Justice called and admitted that they owed me $13.5 million, the deed to 1151 and 8050 Winsboro Pike, as well as full clemency and an F-250 and permit to drive them. Now, with that being said, if we want to get more into the factors, when Dana Jernell did that in 2018, because I addressed the case 18C2 to the U.S. Court, I was also directed that I would have to use the original case number in the warrant. People say I don't know nothing about Donna. I know Donna's a cyber stalker. I know Cassie Marie Jernell is a piece of shit. And I know for a fact that's the reason Dana Jernell committed fraud and committed a concurrence of 12C869. Well, John Wright did it, why can't I do it? That was her thesis. I've had people on LinkedIn say that they need to go ahead and get this over with and come off my $9.5 million, as well as the restitution within the warrant that Jim Justice has communicated with me about on Facebook. And I even share screenshots where he actually messaged me and was calling me sir. And for those, my court's here in Hagerstown. Present yourself to me and we'll set your bond. Because once authorized on the case, and once that case is received with me as the judge, the court is where I'm at. And no, a clerk can only receive. Now, it's my understanding that a Beryl Howe picked my warrant up. Well, that's fine, Beryl, but you can only handle the prosecution. The restitution still has to be met, which is the $13.5 million, the deeds to both properties, as well as the F-250 and the permit, as well as the $9.5 million that Jerome Powell has in mind in the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. These are facts. You can take and research it through the Internal Revenue Service. He's been transferring the interest directly out of that account into a separate account. And that's how they've been paying these special agents and these individuals who stalk me and harass me. And then we get these people saying, oh, we're clean people, we're clean people, we're clean people. You got maggots dropping out of your trash. Really? How clean are you? You got bed bugs dropping down from your deck to the deck below you. How clean are you? Not very clean if you ask me. Matter of fact, I know a lot of people in Baltimore will agree with that. You don't see maggots dropping out their trash bags. Now there are some clean people too in Baltimore, don't kid yourself. That's where my one daughter lives. And she's a very beautiful young lady. See, beauty's not on the outside. And these ladies, I want to tell you, there's no sense in sending me friend requests because there's a 95% chance I'm not going to accept it. I have the woman I want. And basically that's where I'm at with that. As far as people wanting to say, I know exactly what I'm talking about. And the fact of the matter is, internal affairs, you need to learn how to read when partial says it means not full. Plain and simple. And Fox and Z and MGM and all, y'all really need to do an episode on divorce for grandchildren. Because believe me, you could add all my videos together and make a good episode. Not to mention, Peggy Bundy ain't got nothing on my woman. And Al Bundy ain't got shit on me. One, I look a hell of a lot better than he did. And my blonde hair and blue eyes, well. And Federal Bureau of Investigation, how you gonna be doing videos on and post on we're cracking down on public corruption when you're the corrupt motherfuckers. When you're the ones attacking American citizens and using federal resources to assist state agencies to steal from hard-working American citizens. That Danny Janelle even stole my mail on a regular basis. From my attorney, Craig Manford, attorney at law, from Jim Justice's office. Oh, she was regular mail thief, even from West Virginia legislation. And so on. I mean, facts are facts. She's nothing but a criminal. And she can hide all she wants. The fugitive recovery agents will get her. Even Pennsylvania state troopers asked, what the hell was you thinking? You're supposed to be professional. The FBI is so unprofessional, they're actually hacking a poker game called W.S.O.P, World Series of Poker. Because they don't know how to play poker. So they hacked the game. Go figure, right? But this is the flunking brainless idiots of the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Now, the fact of the matter is, yes, we need to get this over because you know what, even on LinkedIn they're saying that. The fact of the matter is, Jim, you need to quit pumping this smoke up the public's ass trying to make yourself look good. Because the public already knows you're nothing but white trash if you don't keep your word. And I keep my word. And I've always kept my word. That's why I'm always helping others. But yet you're not going to keep your word where you said you was going to be coming to present me with my clemency and compensation on Messenger? Really? Well, I'll be looking to see you here in the near future, Jim. And flunking brainless idiots, Federal Bureau of Investigations, you want this to be over? You want me to quit putting you out there on Front Street? You don't want me to be a judge anymore? You know how to fix that one. You need to take and go ahead and tell Jerome Powell to take and go ahead and transfer that $9.5 million into my bank account. Considering the U.S. Treasury has access to my bank account, you already know that. Oh, and then maybe you can get the Internal Revenue Service to hit me in the ass for taxes. But you ain't that smart. Because you are the flunking brainless idiots of America. And you're a very poor looking group. So don't be planning on spending my money on these new employees, Mr. Powell. Because I've already put that on the real Donald Trump's page. And the fact of the matter is, Jim Justice, Kathy Justice, y'all need to be showing up and presenting me with what you already know you owe me. Kathy, you don't need that document. That paperwork was prepared by Byron Craig Manford, 151 North Queen Street, Martinsburg, West Virginia, 25401. Well, that's all for this episode, Divorce for Grandchildren. And, Craig, you can come over here and I can set your bond. Have a good day, one and all.